I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in. Thank y'all for tapping in with Yocuzpodcast. We are lit tonight. Y'all already know who it is. Special guest 32 is in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and drop this comment. We are lit, man. Listen, 32. I finally got you on this show, cuz.
What's
I
up,
finally
big?
got you on this, cuz. I finally got you on it, cuz. Nah, for real. How you doing today, man?
I'm alright, man. I'm alright. Maintaining, man.
Let the world know who you is, big homie.
My name 32, man. I come from Lago, Maryland. I be in the city a whole lot, be around the farms. Down the farms, they call me Water Boy. Been around the DMV area. Started the Nature Cabinet in 2020. Hopped out there in that ocean so I can become a plug. And
Hmm.
that started my life journey right there.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, right? It was crazy how God set us in the same room. The second time, this is the second time that we sat in the same room, right? And I was like, Joe, I gotta holler at cuz, man. It's just the energy, bruh. You feel
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Then you sat down and you broke it down to me. Like, yeah, cuz. So I'm like, Joe, cuz got a whole story.
Mhm.
You feel me? So so basically, cuz I brought you to the show because I was so amazed with your story, cuz. And I
Mhm.
want the world to hear your story because it's some real talk. You feel what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
then how you was telling me about how you was getting the seaweed and the traveling you was taking, the chances you was taking, cuz I just got to let the world know, cuz. Can you tell them your story, cuz, how you started from the beginning to the end, cuz they gotta know, cuz. They gotta know.
All right, so back in 2020, I started taking the sea moss from a little herb shop, not a herb shop, but a Jamaican restaurant in Fort Washington. And my first time taking sea moss, like I felt all the benefits, like it cleared all the mucus out my chest, and I had asthma my whole life. And for the first time, I could breathe deep into my diaphragm. And yeah, when I started taking it, then my brother he had taught me how to cook it up, how to make my own sea moss. And we just started serving people like it was a natural progression. I started making it, then COVID hit. I remember how it happened too. I was at a photo shop in DC on SN 13th. It's like a Masonic building. And I did a little photo shoot right there. And then I kept saying the number 666, 666. Then we got the news Kobe died. Then
Right.
right after that, like a few days later, then COVID hit. And I remember my brother, he had this I don't know if you're familiar with red pill, blue pill, but
Uh-huh.
one of the brothers got online was like, man, hey, this sea moss like the new crack. The sea moss, excuse me, I don't know if I can say that on the podcast,
Yeah,
but
you good, go ahead.
yeah. So I was driving Uber and Lyft at the time, and I jumped off the porch at 15. I had my life struggles, but I ain't really had no challenges. That challenge that make you a man
Right.
type shit.
Nah, for real facts.
And so when that CMOS hit, I never was in the streets. I ain't never sold no drugs or nothing like that. But when that CMOS hit and I started making that jail, I always wanted a way to fund my rap career without having to sell drugs. You hear that Jay-Z story, how he came into the game 100 grand strong. And I'm like, man, I ain't about to be trapping. You know what I'm saying? That's not even me.
Nah, for real
And
facts.
when I started selling that CMOS out the Uber and Lyft, I started feeling like a trap star. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, that
Hey,
was the come up, bro.
yeah. Hey, look. Customers hopping in the car. First thing I say to them, you been taking your CMOS? They be like, what's that? I have a jar of it right in my cup holder. Boom, $40,
Right.
$40, $40.
Mm.
I started making a band a day, and I remember me and my brother, we had our first hit, and we went to go serve somebody, a elder lady that needed some CMOS, and she seen the energy, and she said, "Look, man, what y'all doing is special, and it's gonna make y'all a lot of money, but don't let the money come between y'all. I can see it in
Facts.
y'all energy. Don't let the money come between y'all."
That's
And
crazy.
so my brother, he was slowing up with it, but me, I'm looking for all different types of plugs, trying to find
Nah, for real.
the real
Yeah.
sea moss. I'm going all the way out to the 757 close to Richmond to find the plug. I'm at the international
That's
markets,
crazy.
and my brother watching me. He like, "Oh, cuz like you moving fast." Like I'm like, "Yeah, bro. This the first time in my life. Like I'm
Right.
making serious money every day, and it's something that's benefiting the community." But I
Nah,
can't
for
even
real.
hold you. The money was a significant portion of it, and I had to catch myself like, man, you really need to learn about the human body, how this works. You need to make a website. You need to present it the right way. You need to really get into
Right.
this health stuff because it's bigger than just money. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
so one day I'm like, man, I need to find the real Congress crispers. Dr. Sebi always talking about Congress crispers, and he described the way it looked. And every time I went to go find Congress crispers, it was like $100 a pound. And I
Dang.
went on, and I'm like, all right. So my customers, I'm selling them the raw sea moss, and they like, man, this ain't Congress. You know, it's a little $5 sea moss. It costs $5 a pound in the international market. And I'm like, damn, I
Mm.
don't know if I can fade the $100 a pound. So I'm like, all right, let me do my research. So I start Googling. Then I found a small town called Situate, Massachusetts, that had a big sea moss industry for like 100 years. And I'm
That's
like, man, this my Frank Lucas moment. I'm about to
not for real.
Nah, for real. Cause when I seen on Wikipedia that it grew in North America, I'm like, hold on, where North America at, man? I wasn't the best in geography class, but then I looked
Mm-hmm.
down at my 2 feet. I'm like, we on North America right now. And
That's
so that's how I
crazy.
found it. That's how I found the town. And yeah, man, I applied it. You know, I got like a map. I got an inflatable boat from Walmart. I kept trying to convince my man. I'm
That's
like, bro,
crazy.
go up there with me, bro. I'm like, go up there with me, bro. Like, we gonna find it. He like, bro, you should just call some stores first, bro. It's COVID. You gonna go up into these white folks' town, think you gonna make some money. I'm like, bro. He like, bro, yeah, you need to call around. I'm like, bro, I've been calling around. Don't nobody
Right.
got no Congress Christmas. The industry
Right.
died. We gotta go rebirth the industry. And he was just looking at me like I was crazy.
No.
And it looked like month and a half passed. And I'm like, you know what? I'm making a little money. I got the funds. I'm going up there.
Nah,
And
for
I
real.
convinced like 5 good men, you know what I'm saying, to go up there with me. And at this point, I'm on my spiritual journey. I'm following the signs. I'm seeing the numbers and all that. And my special number 32. So whenever 32 attaches something, I know
Mm-hmm.
I'm in alignment. You feel me?
Yep.
So we got that inflatable boat. My man's my man's had another sea moss business down in Florida, and I convinced him to come up. And I'm like, yeah,
Mm.
whatever we could find, we could just split in half. And he drove up.
Facts.
J-Mac drove all the way up from Florida for like 14
Mm.
hours.
Mm.
Scooped us. We put the boat on the truck, and yeah, we drove up to Massachusetts, man. Like for real. Like thinking
That's
back to it,
crazy.
I don't even get how I convince anybody to go up there on that expedition with me type shit. Like in the
Right.
middle of COVID just hit, you know what I'm saying? Everything locked down. And here we go about to launch an inflatable boat out into the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
And
Yes, nigga.
yeah, and
That's
that shit
crazy.
that shit ended up working out, bro. Like it ain't go that smooth. Like it actually did go that smooth, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We put that boat out into Rivermore Park, and we was gonna
Mm.
paddle out to the Atlantic Ocean, bro. And while we paddling, we struggling, and there's some fishermen in there. They like, what y'all doing? Y'all, what are y'all trying to do with this boat? And I'm like, yeah, we just got this junk from Walmart. We about to go out to the Atlantic Ocean to find Irish moss. He like, you got that boat from Walmart? I'm like, yeah, we got this boat from Walmart. Like, we about to make it do
Mm-hmm.
what it do. And he like, yeah, you know you could just find it washed up on the shoreline if you go into town. And I'm like, word? All right.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, didn't nobody had no boat skills, bro. I couldn't even swim at the time, bro. And I'm thinking I'm about to paddle from
Hold
Florida
up.
out to the
That's
ocean.
crazy.
Bro, it was real life a suicide mission, bro. I was naive though. I was 25 years old, and I was just like, man, this is an adventure. I'm gonna do something. Like, and I ain't even had no boating experience. Couldn't nobody paddle
No
the boat,
nothing.
bro. That shit
No
was crazy.
nothing. Hey Mo.
Yeah,
Do
so
you know? That's crazy, cuz. That's crazy, cuz.
it's a true
Keep on
story
going,
though, bro.
cuz. I
Yeah,
already know it is, cuz.
yeah. And then we jumped out the river, dried ourselves off, and we went into town. We went to Situate Harbor, and my man went over top the hill, and he came back with a handful of sea moss. He was like, the one
What?
who doubt. Hey, look, the one who doubted the whole trip was the first one to come back with some sea moss. He like, yo, I found it, and he had a hand. I still got the video of that sea moss in his hand, bro.
For real,
And
cuz.
we found Conjures Christmas the first day. Then we started searching around the town to see if we could find other spots where it was just washing in. So yeah, we just started bagging this shit up after it was dry, weighing it up, sending it off.
Damn.
I
That's
became the
crazy.
I became the plug overnight because ain't nobody else had Conjures Christmas. So, but at first we was selling it, it was dirty, you know what I'm saying? We weren't really cleaning.
Uh-huh.
We was rookies, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I built my business. And it just kept
That's
washing it on the
crazy.
shoreline all summer, bro. I'm like, every time we went up there, it was crazy because it just kept coming in over and over again. Like God was just blessing us with so much abundance, bro. I'm
That's
making rap.
crazy.
Hey, look, I'm making music videos. I recorded an album. I'm like, yeah, this my
Nah,
rap
for
career.
real.
But
Nah,
look,
for real.
but something still wasn't right though, as far as spiritually, bro. As far as character, something still. I didn't feel pure, bro. I don't know what it was. I needed to fast or pray, but I just felt like
Uh-huh.
a gray cloud was still hanging over my head, man. Like the music I was making, the way I was, you know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it just wasn't all the way right. So I'm like, all right, I can just feel the tension of something about to transform my whole entire life. And so I made a run at it. I'm making $1,000 a day. The money good, but
Damn.
I'm still not right. My mental is still not all the way right, bro. And I went up there. I had stashed 75 pounds along the shoreline, and I was cool with the lady who had a house right there. And
Okay.
before I went up there, I called her. I'm like, "Hey, is my bag still right there? Can you check on my bags of sea moss right there?" And she like, the storm washed it away last night." And I had pre-sold all that weight. So I pre-sold 75 pounds, and that was the 75 pounds I was depending on. But
Right.
in my mind, I'm like, hey man, that shit just come in on the shoreline. So I'm gonna just go up there, grab it, do what I do. I went up there to go get that 75 pounds. The shit just stopped washing in on the shoreline, bro. It just stopped out the blue. So now
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm in the whole 75 pounds, bro. I'm calling everybody in America. Hey, do y'all got 75 pounds to sell me? Cause my customers, they on my ass. They like, hey, bro, you owe us. Yeah, where I order at. And I'm like, bro, I don't. Yeah, I lost my weight. I need to go get another boat. Y'all just, you know what I'm saying, bear with me. And so,
Right.
man, I said, you know what? After a while, after the first few weeks, 3 weeks, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to refund these people like 2,500. I'm like, man, I don't even got that right now, man. I'm about to just get rid of my apartment and go up there on faith, sleep in my car till I can find the shit.
Right. Fact.
I started out in the hotels. Then I'm like, you know what? It's after 3 weeks to a month, it started getting expensive up that jump. So I'm like, you know what? I can't find it. I'm about to just camp out in the car. So I found myself in December pretty much homeless, looking for this 75 pounds. I went from being up 25 bands to down to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And
Yeah.
so I'm up that junk, bro, and I'm reading the Bible, I'm praying. You know what I'm saying? The girl I was talking to, she just got knocked up by her ex and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here, you know what I'm saying? My whole
Yeah,
world is
right.
crumbling.
Yeah. Right, bro.
So
God damn.
so I'm in a little Acura, and I'm driving all the way up to Maine, to Cape Cod, everywhere looking for sea moss washed in on the shoreline. I could not find it, bro. I could not find it nowhere. I'm like, and I'm having talks with God. I'm like, bro, you just blessed me all summer,
Right.
and now it just stopped. And it's not like this when you go look at the sea moss, it grow on the rocks, so you can still kind of see it on the rocks, but the water too deep for you to go out there and go get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, I can see it, but why stop washing it? But
Damn.
this old white guy named Hawk, he like the Michael Jordan of sea moss. His name Hawk Hickman,
Michael
and
Jordan, that's crazy.
we met cuz at the end of the season, like back in August when everything was all good, and he took me out on the boat with his girlfriend. They 80 years
Uh-huh.
old and paddled me out to the ocean on
Are
they
you for real, bro?
yeah, look, we left Situate Harbor, bro. And you remember on the movie American Gangster when he was on the boat going through Vietnam, going through the jungle.
Uh-huh.
I had my same moment. I'm sitting in the back of the boat, and it's two white people rowing me out to show me how to forage the sea moss, right?
That's
And
crazy.
it's a bunch of white people because it's like a wealthy town. So it's a bunch of white people looking at the boat like, what y'all paddling him out for? He should be doing the work. And I'm just in the back of the boat, like, mind y'all business. Like, we got an arrangement. They showing me how to go get the sea moss. So
Right. Yup. They
it was
helping the
like a
hustle.
it was a groundbreaking moment because these two older white people and me and Hawk ain't get off to a good foot. When I first tried to buy 50 pounds from Hawk, he emailed me back like, "Are you the same Rodney from the Black Lives Matter movement on Facebook? And are you
For
gonna use?
real?
Yeah, you. It's kind of suspicious that you about to come buy 50 pounds of sea moss from me with cash. You using it to smuggle drugs and all." I'm like, bruh, I will come up there and whoop your old ass, bruh. Don't play with me like that. That's what I told
Right.
him, bruh. When I kirked on him like that, he emailed me back. He said, "All right, I believe you now." And he sold me that. He sold me that 50 pounds. And then like
Uh-huh.
a week later, he took me out on the boat. So now I'm a fast forward. So we getting it on the shoreline. So it ain't even occur to me to invest my money in no boat and stuff like that. I'm
Right.
like,
None of
man,
that, right.
I don't have these type of skills. I ain't grow up around this type of stuff. And so when the drought hit, Hawk had written some books about sea moss.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't find this shit nowhere. So it's January. Now I'm a month and a half, 2 months homeless as shit in the cold. Feet cold. It's like 10 degrees out that junk. We up in New England. So it's
That's
cold, bro.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to keep
Yup.
gas in the car. I will walk out in the low tide in the ocean every day until my hands got numb and picked a little bit of sea moss I could from the rock bit by bit. So
Damn.
I'm getting like 2-3 pounds a day. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm taking it to the laundromat. I'm putting it in a pillowcase so I can dry it. I put it in the pillowcase, took it to the local laundromat and dried it in the dryers, bro. So I can sell, so I can have something to sell to my customers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, this ain't it, bro. I'm still in the whole 75 pounds. I still ain't paid my customers back. They about to start asking for
Right.
refunds. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna read through these books that Hawk gave me. So I start reading every name in the book, bro. I start searching and googling every name, pulling up the random people houses, asking them if they got sea moss. They like, ain't nobody did that in 30 years, bro. I don't know who to tell you. And everybody I would ask, no, they didn't have nothing
For real, cuz.
for real, bro. And then I found one guy. His name his name is David Blaney. I'll never forget, bro. I found his name in the book. I seen him on Facebook and I seen him take a picture with Hawk, like from the summer before. Like they went out on the boat and got some sea moss.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For
So
real, yeah.
yeah, hold
All
on,
right.
let me get the light back on.
All right.
But
Yeah, you good.
yeah, so I seen him on Facebook and then I seen he had a farm with kelp. Kelp is another type of seaweed and he was growing kelp. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
man, let me pull up on his address. I seen the address to his business on Facebook. So I pull up to the address. It take me to like a little boat marina in Point Judith, Rhode Island. And so I don't got no money left. I'm dirty as shit. Showering at the LA Fitness. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here, bro. I'm out here on a whim, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had good people around me, like my sister and everybody, making sure I could send off the CMOS jail and shit. But that shit wasn't really paying the bills like that. So I got the
Right.
repo man looking for me. I'm sleeping in the car, bro. My neck hurt, my back hurt. I'm like, man, something got to give. So I pull up to this boat marina and I call the number I seen on Facebook. Nobody answered. So I leaned my seat back and I had to talk with God. I said, God, you know what? I'm tired, bro. Like, it's been 2 months. I done did everything. I even tried to launch an inflatable boat out into the ocean in January. I used my customers' money and I bought another inflatable boat from Walmart and launched that joint in January out into the ocean, and that joint popped on me, bro. That joint
What?
popped, bro. I swear to I cannot, bro. I swear to God, bro. You can call 4 or 5 people right now, bro. The boat popped on me, bro, and the tide was getting low. So fortunately, I wasn't too far out from the shoreline, so I was able to climb on these rocks. It's like a rocky ledge by the ocean, and I was able to climb on these rocks and make it back to the shoreline and had to leave the boat behind. And I was I was taking that chance because I'm like, I'm just showing God how dedicated I am to doing the right thing. I'm like, you
Right.
see me,
Right.
I'm willing to risk my life. I don't have no boating experience. I'm willing to take an inflatable boat out into open sea. No walkie-talkies, no nothing. It was a suicide mission, bro. And I'm out there just trying to do the right thing and make it to a rock full of malls so I can get that malls and take care of my customers.
Right.
And
Fact.
and so I hopped back. I was wet, bro. I hopped back in the Acura, and through the sunroof, I seen a helicopter flying overhead, bro. And Captain Greg Sears called me on the phone, and because I had called him looking for sea moss. He like, hey, I know you've been in town looking for sea moss. Is that your inflatable boat out there? And I'm like, yeah, that's mine. He was like, man, the helicopter's out looking for you because if you would have hit that water, you would have got hypothermia and died. He was like, bro, that was a
Damn.
suicide mission. And he like, yeah, I'm just making sure you're okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, bro. I'm fine. And so fast forward, that's when I decided to go through the books, and then I ended up in Rhode Island. And so I'm laying back in the seat in Rhode Island, and I'm like, all right, I'm tired. Like I just drove all the way
Mm-mm.
here. I don't got no more. I'm throwing Hail Marys. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yeah.
have no other way to get this 60 pounds I owe. I was able to chop it down a little bit, but I didn't have no way to get this 60 pounds. And so I'm leaning back in my seat, and then the number called me back, bro. And he picked up the phone. He like, yeah, this is Captain David. I'm like, yeah, my name Rodney, and I use Irish moss. My grandmother used Irish moss for fertilizer for her garden. I capped to him because if I told him that I was selling it, he might not give me a good
We
price.
sold it to right. Facts.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying. If he knew it was for business, he might not fuck with me. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so and so I lied to him, and I wish I never did that. Just cause I don't like to lie, you know what I'm saying? Cause God hate a liar, but at that point in time, I was desperate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he called me and he like, yeah, this is Captain David. I'm like, yeah, my grandmother used it for fertilizer. I promise
Right.
her,
Hold that.
yeah, I promise I'd give her 50 pounds, whoop de whoop. And he like, yeah, pull up to my house. I might have something for you. So my heart started beating. Do 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 do. I pull up to his house, bro. I walk into his kitchen, and he got 60 pounds exactly of Conjures Crispus wrapped up perfect. He had this shit on pallets, wrapped in this brown paper, had the Conjures Crispus printed on that shit, like real beautiful.
Damn.
He like, yeah, I was about to send this. He said I was about to send this to Asia because nobody wanted it. I was about to ship it to Asia today, and you called me right before I sent it off. I'm
That's
like, what are the
crazy.
I'm like, what are the chances? I've been looking for 2.5 months and I catch Brody. You see what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
him on
that's
the day,
two. That's 2.5 months you've been on this mission, Mo.
and then the last day possible, and he got it sitting in his kitchen ready to ship that shit off, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
No lies, bro. No
That's
lies.
crazy, bro.
He said, how much money you got in your pocket? I said $50. Bro, I had exactly $50 in my pocket, bro. Bro, he sold me the 60 pounds for $50, bro.
Damn.
Bro, I left out of there, start riding through Newport, Rhode Island, and guess what I see washed in on the shoreline?
What, cuz? Seaweed,
Irish
cuz.
moss.
That's crazy.
So look, I got a storage unit. I started making my comeback because when the sea moss washed in, it be dirty, so you gotta pick through it, you gotta clean it. So I got a
Right.
storage unit, and from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. for like a month straight, I would just sit in the storage unit. I would clean sea moss all day from 6 a.m. to
Damn.
10 p.m. And then look, the light would cut out in the storage unit. So I would have to, it was like a motion sensor. So every 10 minutes of me picking through it, I would have to step out there so the light cut back on. And I did this shit for like a month, bro. Like I remember every single detail, bro. I remember the laundromat I would take it to dry it out. I remember a customer buying like 50 pounds and I was like 2 pounds short, and I cut it with sea salt. I went to Petco and I got some sea salt and cut their weight with sea salt so I could add some extra weight to it.
That's
Like,
crazy.
you feel me? Like I was
Yeah,
doing every,
Mo, I'm listening.
I was doing everything I could do to survive, bro. And I started working my way up slowly but surely. Then my man from Florida, he like, how things going up there? I'm like, yeah, I found a new spot where we could crank. I found a new spot.
Right.
So
Right.
he came up with a John boat, like $100 John boat. And we got a long-term Airbnb. And I said, cuz look, if you stay up here, we got our own businesses, but anything we get, anything we sell, we can split 50-50.
Facts.
So
Facts.
he drove up with his boat. And yeah, bro, we got a long-term Airbnb. Then we got our first real boat. Then we start knocking on people's doors to get a rake because it's a special type of rake that you need to get the moss off the rock. So we got the moss.
Mm.
So we knocked on the lady door with some flowers and was like, "Hey, we heard you got a moss and rake." And she was like, "Yeah, I was going to donate it to the museum, but y'all can have it." And she sold it to us for $100. So that's how we got our first moss
What?
and rake. So yeah, then we start hopping in the ocean, getting moss a little bit by little bit, 15 pounds a day, 20 pounds a day. Then it was somebody who we got our first big deal from Penn Herb Shop in Philly. When
Okay.
right before I became homeless, I had went to try to go wholesale them some sea moss, and I left a business card in there. A year later, while we got boats and we working our way up, they called us and placed an order for 500 pounds.
Mm.
So yeah, so now we got another boat. Now we out there getting it for real. We learning the ocean. We learning when to go out, when we can't go out. Then we got an apartment, 3 bedroom, bruh. Then Hawk called us and like, yeah, a TV show trying to come out and film us called the Road Trip Masters, bruh.
Shut the fuck up.
Bruh, if you go look at Road Trip Masters right now, go look at the episode with Situate, Massachusetts. Bro, I was like 2 months removed from just being homeless, bro. I spent 4 or 5 months just sleeping in the car, bro. And now I got an apartment, new Jeep.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Shit going good, money coming in. I'm flying girls out, putting them on a
No,
boat.
for
For real, I'm living like a rock star, bro. And
real.
so
No, for
look,
real.
so we thinking like, all right, Mawson season ending like November. So
Okay.
I kept going out on faith, finding new spots. And my man, he like, yeah, man, we're gonna have to get everything we need so we can survive the wintertime. And so I'm like, all right, bet. And so we going out there, we doing our thing. We met Dr. Sebi's son, we met Dr. Inky. You know, we rock stars. We going to city, Philly, New York, everybody, you know,
That's
we was cranking,
crazy,
bro.
Mo.
We was cranking, bro. For the first time in my life, I'm like, damn, like I made it type shit.
Nah, for
Yeah.
real.
But then when the season ended, we only ended up with 20 pounds a piece.
Shit, that still was good.
20 pounds a piece. We sell it for $30 a pound. That's $600 worth of malls that we gotta survive
Mm.
through the winter with.
Right.
My man got
Right.
discouraged. He like, hey, look, it's November. I'm from Florida. It's getting cold. I'm about to dip off. And I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know what you gonna do, bro. But I ain't got nothing else, bro.
Right.
I put all my eggs in this basket. I done slept in the car for this. I ain't about to just leave with 20 pounds and go home and go find it. What I'm supposed to do? Go find something else to do? My
Right.
apartment, my apartment up here in New England. You live at your folks' crib back in Florida. I don't got nobody house to go back to in the DMV.
Uh,
You feel me?
Nah, for real. Yeah.
This is my
Yeah.
life. So I'm like,
Yeah.
if you leave, bro, I'm gonna keep going. And so I kept going. I went out
Mm-hmm.
there in December. Uh, I went out there in December with that boat and bought somebody new out there. And the first, man, everything was trying to block me from being able to put that boat out in the ocean, bro. Everything. And
That's crazy.
my man called me. He like, bro, if you taking the boats out, take your boat. Don't take mine, bro. Which was understandable because it's like he not dead, so he like, man, at least don't take my boat. Just take your boat. And I'm like, all right, cuz. I'm like, but look, if I take your boat, whatever I get, I'll send half of it to you. And
Right. Fact.
he like, all right, cool. So I end up getting a local dude. He was from Boston, and he went out there with me, and we went out there, bro. I was able to launch the boat by myself, crank the motor up,
Mm.
get out there. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing, type shit.
Right. Facts.
Then when we get to the spot, the ocean just get real rough, bro. And I had a rookie out there with me, and he started panicking. You know what I'm saying? Cause the ocean make a man out of you. You feel me? And
Crazy.
even if you a grown man, the ocean gonna show you like you ain't got no power for real. So bruh
Mm-hmm.
started fumbling in his boat. His boat started filling up with water. So I had to make an executive decision. I'm like, I can save our rakes, but the boats, bruh, it's over with. Like, so I end up sinking both the boats.
For real, bro.
I sunk both of our boats, bruh, in December. A real fuck up, bruh. I sunk both of the boats. I'm sitting there on the cliff watching our investments sink in the ocean, bruh.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. That's crazy, cuz.
Yeah, yeah. Them boats sunk, and I'm like, all right, what I'm gonna do now? You feel me? And I end up going back to Newport, Rhode Island, and I ain't tell my man right away, cause I'm like, by the time he come back from Florida, I'm gonna replace
Mm-hmm.
his boat,
Facts.
and I ain't know how I was gonna do it, but I'm like, man, I'm just gonna have to
Right.
drive. I'm gonna have to drive Lyft and Uber again. I'm gonna have to humble myself, go sell some gel, go buy something from somebody else. But this the end, cause we ain't got no malls, and I sunk our boats. And so, man, this I was driving Lyft, and this African lady got in the car, and she was like, "I want you to come to church." I was back in the DMV. She was like, "I want you to come to church." So I went to church with her, and I listened to the sermon, and he was like, "You gotta let go of resentment, let go of bitterness, and God got a blessing for you." So I don't want to be too drawn out, but I had a business arrangement with my sister where she was making all my jail in her apartment, and she was sending off my orders for me. I had like a whole little fulfillment center, like Frank Lucas. Like I had
Type of
all the
shit.
women working in the house, making all the products, sending it all. At the end of our first Mawson season, before I sunk the boats, this was like a few weeks before I sunk the boats. I had closed a big deal. You know, I built up a platform, so I closed a deal with somebody, a company called CMOS Boss. And he was like, he DM'd me. He was like, man, I like the way you move. You got your team. He was like, hey, you think I can get a contract with y'all so y'all can make our orders and woo woo? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to my sister. We're gonna put
That's
together some
crazy.
arrangements, and this will be some income for me throughout the season because I ain't got nothing to wholesale no more. You know what I'm saying? I need to
Mm-hmm.
find little streams of income. And so I told my sister, I'm like, look, just give me $2 off every order and negotiate what you want from him. You know what I'm saying? Just give me
Facts. Yeah.
a little $2 residuals, a little middleman fee.
That's it. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And my sister was
Yep.
like, yeah. My sister was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You bringing us business, man. And yeah, now we got 3 companies. I had her contracted with my partner from Florida, and now I got her another contract. So you know,
Right.
I'm bringing in the fish for my family. You know what I'm saying?
And, and that's the shit. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Joe.
Yeah,
Because what amazed me, man, when you first told me the story, bro. You like I was in Maine. I'm like, it was in Maine, bro. Because it's like people really don't take them chances like that, bro.
yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? That's a strong movement. Real talk. Like me, I wouldn't do it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing I say, oh, not swim, so
yeah,
not do it.
Yeah.
Bro, you went out on the boats and all that, bro. Like, let me ask you this question right here. I got it right here too. So let me ask you this question right here. What mistake taught you the most valuable lesson of starting the Seymour business? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Uh, Putting the horse before the carriage. Cause like I was telling you, I had my sister and them working for me,
Mm-hmm.
and they got the deal, and my leadership skills wasn't where they needed to be. And I had met a young lady down here. I started getting real cozy with her. And my sister and my team, they were like, "Hey man, he looked like he about to replace us with her. Like he on lover boy mode." So when my sister went to go close the deal with bruh, I didn't make the phone call like I was supposed to. I was supposed to get on the phone call,
Mm.
but I'm like, sis, you a boss. You got your own. You know you doing what you doing. And I let her get on the call with him. And after the call, I told my sister, I said, you know what? For the first couple months, don't worry about my $2. Like I don't need nothing out of the deal. Just get yourself situated. You know what I'm saying? Take care of my niece. You good?
Right.
Or my sister said, nigga, what $2? You ain't. I talked to my friends. They say you don't deserve nothing from the deal. I'm like, hold on. I started the business. Like I closed the deal for us. Like you ain't gonna feed the fishermen after I bring you a fish.
That's crazy.
And yeah, my sister crushed me. And that was the first lesson I learned was like you gotta be organized, you gotta have integrity, and you gotta be a good leader. Cause if you're not paying attention, a snake will bite your ass.
Yes,
And
it will.
till this day, me and my sister, we don't speak. She ran off with a deal, started her own separate, tore up the contract with him, and started up her own contract.
Get the fuck out of
So
here.
she had to pay me,
That
and that
is
shit broke
crazy.
that shit broke my heart, bro. So to answer your question, that taught me right there that I need leadership. And then
Right.
I end up having a son down this jump in the DMV
Okay. Hmm.
with the young lady I was talking to. And that right there took my journey to a whole through a whole nother phase. Now I got a jit on the way. You feel me?
Right.
Now I gotta
Hmm.
navigate. She was gonna get rid of our son, and then I bought her up north because at this point, when I told you when I was driving Lyft and we ain't had no weight, after I
Hmm.
left that church service, the pastor was like, "You got to stop being bitter so you can get your blessing." So in my mind, I forgave my sister for that situation, and so I
Hmm.
drove back up to Newport, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna just go stand out in the ocean and just pick sea moss hand by hand. I don't care what I gotta do. And in that spot where I went to go pick the sea moss, a whole bunch of clean Congress crispers just washed in by thousands of pounds of sea
That's
moss, bro.
crazy.
And then I start closing them big boy deals. I start closing 1,000 pound deals, 1,500 pound deals, 2,000 pound deals, because I found spots where the shit was just coming in clean.
That's
And
crazy.
I'm trying to hurry up and get to it because I got this baby on the way. And my baby mother, she came up, she wanted to abort our son at first. And I brought her up north to my apartment. I said, look, I got a 3 bedroom. I'm making 10,
Mm.
15 bands every month. I can take care of y'all. Like, I have something to offer. And she said, all right, cool. And she kept him. Three
Right.
months, 3 months, 4 months into her pregnancy, I think it was like towards the middle. She hit me with the, yeah, I'm gonna stay down in Maryland because this is where my support system is.
Mm.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, ho,
How you
my,
just switch up on me like that? I
you know
got
what I'm
you. I got
saying?
you. I got you, cuz. I got you, cuz. Nah,
And
for
then not
real.
only that, I started packing up U-Haul trucks full of wet sea moss, driving it all the way from damn near Maine to DC just so I can dry it out and be there
How
for the
many
winter.
hours is that?
Probably like 9, 10 hour trips, bro.
Okay.
I got wet sea moss in the back of the U-Haul, and I'm trying to figure out how can I be a present father and keep this business at the same time?
Right. Because that is a lot. That's a lot.
And the sister, her sister started putting pressure on me. You need to figure it out. You need to be present. So when he was born, when my son was born, I'm like, all right, I would have never even had a son if I didn't have this business going. You feel me?
Right.
So
Hmm.
now I gotta give up the business and figure it out down here.
Well,
I don't
ain't
have,
nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna make 10, 15,000 a month. I gotta go to trade school or something.
No, for real.
I'm about to give up because with the CMOS thing, it's like you gotta dedicate time to it.
Yeah.
So I haven't been spending no time doing nothing else. You feel me? To find them
Yeah.
spots where that mall's coming in like that, I had to
Real
dedicate
Mars. No, for real.
24 hours a day. I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going out to the ocean, and my days don't finish till 9, 10 o'clock.
At night. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm supposed to do back in DC to take care of a child. So then we crash and burn.
Then we crash and burn. Damn.
Customers hit my phone. Hey, where I order at? Shit molding in the back of the truck because it been wet for too long. Start getting mold on it. I'm getting kicked out of national parks. Security running up on me. Hey, you can't drive that right here. I'm like, well, I don't got no land now. I got to. I'm trying to feed my family. I'm trying to feed my family and take care of my son at the same time. I work all the way up in Maine. I gotta bring it down here to drive. Now you can't do that right here. I'm sneaking, trying to go to all types of parks, laying out tops in the field, trying to drive. Then eventually, my biggest purchases, they like, hey man, that shit one quality that you send us. You losing
Right.
your edge. So then I went from the top right back to the bottom.
Damn.
And after a year of that, trying to figure it out, trying to get them customers back, baby mother complaining, you're not here. I'm like, well, shorty, you knew you worked a remote job and you knew my money
Mm-hmm.
was up top.
Yeah. Facts.
Then
Facts.
she's like, oh, you care more about the nature cabinet in your business than you do your son. Nah, this is how I feed my son. This is how I
Mm.
take care of you. This is how I pay the bills. But she looking at it like you get to be on Instagram and people see you like a celebrity and all that. And now I don't get to live my dreams because now I got a baby. So basically bump your business. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real. Yeah. For real.
That's how it
Mm,
is.
mm, 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 mm,
And so I had to come up with other products, start educating people online, get some income, driving Uber and Lyft again, just doing whatever I could to stay down here. And I sacrificed. Man, I still got customers to this day come for 1,500 pounds of sea moss, 2,000 pounds of sea moss. But
mm, 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 mm.
the trade-off is I gotta spend a month away from my son.
Right.
And so I had to make decisions. And
Sacrifice.
that's what bought us the melon season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I guess
See,
we
I
can
ain't tell
say,
them that. I ain't,
yeah,
hey, look, I ain't tell them that. I ain't
yeah,
tell them that.
yeah, yeah. But I know we coming up on time, so I didn't want to. I know you got some more questions and stuff, so I ain't.
No, go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
yeah,
Tell them about the
yeah,
watermelons you got, cuz. Tell them.
yeah. So last season, I was able to figure something out, find some good watermelons, and I seen the type of money you can make selling the melons, and I was like, okay, this is something that could get me established back home in the DMV, and I could, I can move around. Now I'm not isolated from people. I can communicate with people now. I get to see
Mm-hmm.
my men. I get to be home, and I can go up there for a week, get a couple 100 pounds of sea moss, come right back home and crank. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta sell
Yeah.
1,000 pounds no more. You feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
so I found a plug at the end. I found a farm at the end of melon season last year. And at this point, bro, I've been sleeping. I was sleeping in the car for like when I crashed and burned, and then me and my baby mother ended up falling out And I'm like, I ain't about to sleep on your couch. I ain't about to move in with you. Like, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure it out. So I was sleeping in the
Fact.
car for like a year and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, I left my apartment up north because I'm like, I can't spend all my time up here no more. I gotta take a leap of faith and make my way down
Hmm.
south. So I gave up my apartment up there, started sleeping in my truck. Then my truck got repoed. You feel me? When the truck got repoed, started sleeping in rentals, try and find shit that I could do to survive. And then
Facts.
the melons just fell from heaven. And with like 2 weeks to go in watermelon season, I found the actual plug to get my numbers right. Start
Right.
going to the farm, serving the stores. I had a good 2 week run. And then all I could think was like, damn, I found this shit. I don't even have time to take advantage of it like that. And so I was tossed right back into the wintertime, melon season
Hmm.
over with. And all I could think in my mind was like, when next season come,
I'm gonna
I'm
load up
putting.
on it. Nah.
So look,
No.
I started a tech company over the wintertime. I'm trying to find little ways where I can learn skills and do stuff. And I'm still not stable. Had to buy myself a new car. I'm running the tolls up on
Hmm.
the enterprise rentals and shit. I had owed them a couple $1,000s in tolls and DC camera tickets. I'm like, bruh, I can't keep living like this, bruh. But the one thing in my mind was like, when that melon season come back, I know I
It's
can run.
on.
It's over with. And
Right.
so during the course of that, bro, like I'd be in a hotel, and the one thing I ain't mentioned about this whole journey was it brought me closer to God, bro,
Facts.
because I ain't had nothing else to depend on.
Facts.
When you're an entrepreneur and you staying at the extended stay, and you ain't got no more money to extend your stay, and
Hey.
it's 10:55, check out at 11, and then you get a call at 10:58 from your man. Hey, I want to invest in you, bro. Can I send you some bread real quick? He don't even know your situation. He
Right.
don't even
You hear me?
he don't even know that money he about to send you about to extend your stay.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. Facts.
So I start before melon season. I'm scrambling. I started a tech company and started pitching businesses and stuff. I was trying to do DoorDash. DoorDash wasn't hitting on nothing. So one day, bro, true story, bro. God was showing me like throughout this whole time, like God was sending me signs, bro, like miracles and blessings. Bro, I ain't even get into all the times that God just pulled miracles out the hat, bro.
Facts.
And I'm at the harbor one day, bro. No cap, bro. And we can close out, bro. I'm at the harbor one day, and I had picked up a new client, a suit tailoring client. I was making ads for him, and he traded me a suit for an ad. I had threw all my business equipment away, bro. Cause I had to, bro. I'm living
Right.
hotel to hotel. I'm like, I'm about to go out on faith. I'm about to just carry one bag, and I got this one suit. And bro, I protected this suit to the death of me, bro. I'm checking out of hotels, homeless and shit. Checking out of hotels, stashing my suit in my suitcase in the woods. I had a bench warrant for driving on a
That's
suspended
crazy.
license. Look, I had a
Right.
bench warrant for driving on a suspended license, and I had to check. It was a Friday that I had to check out the hotel, and I had a check that was supposed to clear, but didn't hit till the next Monday. So
Okay. Damn.
I ain't had nowhere to stay for the weekend. You know what I did?
What you
I
did,
stashed
cuz?
my clothes in the woods, bro. Stashed my clothes in the woods and called the police, called 12 on myself, bro, just so I can have a place to stay, bro.
Are you for real, cuz?
Just so I can have a place to stay,
Then
bro.
that's serious, bro.
They checked me into the jail. They like, hey, we can't even keep you here. You don't got no record. This a bench
Right.
warrant. They like this a bench warrant for a suspended license. I'm looking at the
Right.
commissioner. I'm like, bro, I'm a nigga in America. Y'all can't keep me in jail for the weekend. Y'all can't. I'm just looking for a place to lay my head. Y'all can't keep me in jail for a weekend.
That's
She like,
crazy,
nah,
man.
we gotta put you out. And so I bailed out. They released me side by side with another nigga who baby mother had called the police or something. He looked at me. He said, "Bro, I was sitting there listening to your story, bro, and you was actually trying to be in here so you can have a place to stay." He said, "God is telling me to help you out, bro. I don't know why,
Right.
but God is speaking to me." He said, "Look, this the code to my building. You can go into my building. It's got a nice lobby area and shit, and you can stay in there till Monday till you get your paper and you can get back on the road." Woo woo. Bro, you know it was a hurricane outside, bro. And if
That's
it wasn't for
crazy.
him giving me that code to that building, I would have been stranded in the hurricane.
Damn.
I end up surviving the weekend. Then I made a little money, went back to the spot where I stashed my suit at, got my suit and clothes, checked into a hotel, got a rental, got a budget truck, pulled up to the National Harbor and said, "You know what? I'm about to just start pitching businesses. I'm about to just run it up." So I start pitching businesses. Hey, I can do AI for y'all business. Woo woo woo. And so one day I'm sitting in the National Harbor, bro. I only got one suit and a suitcase, one pair of shoes, some dress shoes. I've been hanging on to this suit for dear life. I'm
That's
sitting there,
crazy.
I'm sitting at the harbor looking fly in my suit. A young guy walk up on me, bro. He say, "Hey, bro, where you get your shoes from?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got them from Sapologies. That's the name of the tailor place." He like, "Yeah, do you mind what I if I ask you what you do for a living?" I'm like, "Man, I got a holistic health company. You know, I forward CMOS, and I just started a tech company. I do AI for businesses." He said, "Hey, my father got a telecommunications company. I've been doing AI for him." He said, I said, "Are y'all hiring?" He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna put him on Zoom. I'm gonna get you a Zoom call with him."
That's crazy, Mo.
Two days later, I'm on a Zoom call with a multi-millionaire offering me a position, a contract with his company.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then after that, melon season hit.
Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Nah,
And
for real.
and now we back.
And now we back.
And the whole
Nah, for
time
real.
I'm questioning God. I'm like, I'm watching the Latinos whip up and down the street serving DoorDash, but my DoorDash app not getting no orders. I'm
Yeah,
getting 2 orders a day. I'm like, God, you shutting every single door on me. You shutting every single door. I'm out here trying to work, do the right thing. I can't even, I'm not even worthy of DoorDash.
that's crazy, huh?
But God had a bigger plan the whole time.
Always, always.
And if I wasn't at the harbor, that would have never happened. So all that homelessness, all that struggling, extended stays, throwing my shit away, going out on faith in the woods, setting fire. I set the whole out Columbia, Maryland. I set the whole woods on fire. Thinking,
Right.
trying to start a fire, thinking I was gonna have to stay the night out that jump. I'm
Mm,
walking back.
mm.
Look. I'm walking to the bus stop, looking back at the fire, like damn. And then a fire truck rolled past me, just like when that helicopter flew over top of me. The same story, the same cycle again.
That's
But I had
crazy,
been
Mo.
there. I had been there before, so I recognized the signs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then
Nah, for real.
that's when the miracle came. That's when God was like, "Well done. Now I'm about to take over." And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I end up with a big contract for the tech company. End up with the melons, and yeah, now and all that's cool and all, but the nature cabinet is about making people healthy. You know what I'm saying? By
Yeah,
healing people, bringing people closer to God. That's why I call it God's nature cabinet. So I'm
I
really into
peeped that.
biochemistry. I'm really into health and wellness. I'm really into the lifestyle. It ain't just the money suck for me. I'm really into unifying our people and
I
raising our
like that.
frequency and bringing us closer to God and uniting our people, bro. You know what I'm
I got,
saying?
yeah,
That's
facts.
the whole mission. That's the whole mission, bro. But I ain't gonna be too long winded, bro. But it, it's it's
Nah.
it's enough content and substance to make a movie, bro. I can't even begin to tell you all the miracles and all the trials and tribulations. Motors dying in the ocean. I remember me and my partner out our first season, bro. And it's the last little story I tell, but our motor died out there in the ocean, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Hey,
We
bro.
we in Newport, Rhode Island. We out there forging, thinking we looking sweet out there, John. The motor die. We
Mm,
ain't got no
mm, mm,
walkie talkies, no nothing. So the current
mm.
real rough. The current is pushing us out to open ocean, meaning that if we ride the current, we'll end up in Cuba or Africa, one or the other. You feel me?
The fuck out of here.
So we had to paddle against the current to make it to land before we ran out of land because we was in a cove. A cove is like when you got two bodies of land,
Uh-huh.
the ocean in between two bodies of land. So we paddling, bro. This the work, bro. I'm telling you, this the most I ever worked in my life. I looked at my man. I'm like, bro, if I quit paddling, he gonna quit, and if we both quit, we
We
done.
going, yeah, we done. Yeah,
And so I
yeah.
said, you know what? I ain't gonna give up till my arm go numb. So we made it to the last little strip of land, bro. I'm not lying to you, bro. We made it to the last strip of land, and we picked our boat up over. We had to pick the boat up over a cliff,
Mm,
bro.
mm,
Wedged
mm.
between two rocks was a J, like a J that you smoke, and a cylinder tube perfectly rolled up, like it was waiting for us, bro. Bruh, I grabbed that Jones in the middle of nowhere, bruh.
No, for real.
In the middle of,
Nah,
imagine you just had the worst day of your life, and it's a pre-roll J just sitting there waiting on you.
that's crazy, man.
And if you scroll down my Instagram, I got the picture in the story on my Instagram. That's how God been working in my life, bruh. These signs
Fact.
and these wonders and these miracles. So the moral of the story is, if you take your leap of faith, it ain't gonna look pretty. And God, if you really called on your mission and you really gonna fulfill the purpose that God gave you, it's not gonna be comfortable at all.
Right, facts.
But don't quit. I'm telling you, don't lean on your own understanding, and don't be worried in doing the right thing, because in due time you will win a reward. And I'm
Of
living
course.
proof of that. I'm living proof of that. Can't even go see my son, having to choose between making money or camping out in front of my baby mother crib all the way out Frederick, Maryland, just so I can spend some time with my son and shit. Concerned that if I pick him up, I don't even got enough money in the account. I won't even be able to feed him. Nigga, tears
Right.
in my eyes. I can't even feed my jit. You feel me?
Yeah,
Cause I done gave my life to this CMOS thing, but now I gotta sacrifice that to try to find another way.
that's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
yeah,
That's
two and a
crazy.
half years. But yeah, that's it, man. So
That's
yeah.
the A. Like when you broke down the story to me, bro, I already knew it was a mission. You get what I'm saying? I already knew, bro. That's why, bro, that I sit there, bro, and I feel your energy. That's why I said something to you. You
Mm-hmm.
feel what I'm saying? Because it's just that energy, bro. Like I feel energy. You feel what I'm saying? But you made it through it. Thank the God, but you never gave up. That's the more of the story. You feel what I'm saying? You never gave up, and sometimes, bro, you gotta take the chances, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take the chances, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But the the hustle that you got, you can always go back to that hustle. Always. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because I never heard nobody taking that much risk, bro, for some CMOS, bro.
Yeah. 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 We was type retarded a little bit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
That ain't but that ain't even type retarded, bro. That's the same way, Joe. A nigga was going on mission, going to going to get the work.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That just you just seen bigger things in it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. You was like, okay, you ain't going, I'm going. But see, that's a hustle, bro. That's a
Yeah.
hustle, bro. Like, hey, that's still, hey, listen. You might well go ahead, man, and get your book. Go ahead and make your book, cuz.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah, it's
it.
coming, bro. It's coming, bro.
Fuck it. So listen, man. Thank you for coming to the show, man. I appreciate everything that you did for this show tonight, man. But let these folks know where to get that good watermelon from, cuz. Real talk.
Go follow us at Nature Cabinet, like you see in the title on my name, Nature Cabinet. And then the website is thenaturecabinet.com. We got watermelon, we got soursop fruit, soursop leaves, we got colon cleanse, We got O'Shea body butter, marine algae based body butter that's good for your skin, your lymphatic system, aches and pains. We got the all new plant based BBL, the protein powder for women that really like work on your estrogen sensitive zones so your body store fats in the healthy places. And that plant based BBL, that's our best product right now. So yeah, the naturecabinet.com, man. You know what it is.
We lit. Thank y'all for tapping into that Yo Cuz podcast, man. Listen, make sure y'all tap in every day, man. You hear me? Cuz, thank you for coming out. And guess
Yeah,
what? Give me more of the story next week, man.
of
If you
course.
free, let me know and I'm gonna bring you on again, cuz. You hear me?
Part two, man.
Part two, nigga, we lit. Thank you for tapping in. I'm gone.
Yes, sir.